So this is an answer that was asked to a question that was asked on my Physics 10, Science 10 review. And the question was about what velocity means or how it shows up on a distance versus time graph. I was going to try and type this out in answer to your question, but it was just getting lengthy, and it's much easier to show you with a picture. So what you want to remember is that velocity or speed shows up as the slope of a distance or displacement or position versus time graph. I'm not going to get fussy about whether we're talking about velocity versus speed. I think the curriculum goes a little vector happy. I'm going to say if we have a positive velocity, we're going forwards. If we have a negative velocity, we're going backwards. Okay? And where does velocity show up on a displacement or position versus time graph? The slope. So if you have a positive slope, you're going forwards. If you have a negative slope, you're going backwards. And the steepness of the slope is how fast you're traveling. So let me give you an example. If I was traveling forwards at a constant speed, it would be a line, something like that. Why? Because that's got a positive slope, and the slope is not changing. It's, if you want the fancy word, it's linear, so the slope is not changing. If I wanted to be to travel faster going forwards, well, that would look something like that, because the steepness is how fast. The slope tells you the velocity. If I wanted to go backwards, that would be in a negative direction. That would be a negative slope. So here would be going backwards at a constant speed. Here would be going backwards faster because it's steeper, and steeper means faster. So now your question, the question that you asked me is, what would slowing down steadily look like? So slowing down steadily means that your velocity is getting smaller. I'm going to say the same thing, I'm just going to phrase it differently. Slowing down steadily means that the slope is getting smaller. It would look like this: getting less steep, getting less steep, getting less steep, getting less steep. And in fact, right now, when I'm horizontal, I've come to a stop. Right there, the slope is 0, so I'm stopped. I started out going really fast. Now I'm going less fast. Less fast. I'm going to say the same thing. I'm just going to phrase it differently. My slope was really steep, not as steep, not as steep, slope of 0 at rest. What if we were going backwards and we were slowing down? So if we were going backwards and we were slowing down while going backwards, in other words, if you were in reverse with your car, but you hit the brakes, you would be going really fast in reverse, and now you're slowing down, slowing down, slowing down, slowing down. And here, now you've come to a complete stop, because, again, velocity is slope. So when I say velocity, you want to think steepness. A negative steepness, kind of about like that. Not as negative, not as steep, not as fast going backwards, not as fast going backwards. Horizontal line, 0 slope. We're now 0 velocity, or the fancy phrase for that is at rest. I hope that answers your question. Feel free to ask again on this video, and I'll try and do a better explanation. Okay. Oh, and have a Merry Christmas. This is the first day of Christmas break, but I missed teaching, so I had to get it in.